Hello and welcome to PLSC 103 at Crowder College, American Government. My name is Larry Nichols. I'll be your instructor and I welcome you to the class. I'm glad that you're here. If you signed up for the class because you are thrilled and excited with the idea of learning more about government, that's wonderful. I know that most of you probably got dragged into the class kicking and screaming because someone told you had to take it. And you know what? That is okay. However you ended up here, for whatever reason, I am pleased to have you. I hope that you will find the class to be somewhat interesting, somewhat enjoyable even, or at least not as painful as you were afraid of. So however you ended up in the class, for whatever reason, I'm glad that you're here. We're all in this together. We'll get through it. And hopefully it won't be as bad as you might have feared. And you might even actually find out some interesting stuff along the way. Might even find it a little bit enjoyable from time to time. So certainly glad to have you here. It is an online course. That may be new for some of you. If you have any concerns about that, certainly I'm available. Just shoot me an email, give me a call. My contact information is in staff information. My goal with an online course is to make it as enriching as a face-to-face class would be. Sometimes that's a challenge, but I try to present all the information in several different ways, through videos, through lecture notes, through the reading of the textbook. And certainly I hope that you'll get as much out of this course as in an online format as you would in a regular format. It is an 8-week class, so that makes things a little bit different because we're doing the same amount of material we would in a 16-week class, only in half the time. And really the trick to both an 8-week class and an online class to success in those is that you have to be self-disciplined. Because you have to keep up with the material. With an online class, if no one is making you drag your sorry self into a classroom at any particular time, sometimes it's easy to just kind of put it off and procrastinate, but you can't do that. You have to force yourself to keep logging into the course site and just keep up with the material, and that's especially important in an 8-week class because if you get a little bit behind, it's so easy to fall really far behind to the point that you can't catch up, and we don't want that. So please do try to practice some self-discipline, try to keep up with the material as best you can, and so that you don't fall behind. Let me tell you a little bit about my teaching philosophy, I guess. We'll be covering quite a bit of material in this course. I'm not naive. I realize that what a lot of students do when they leave a course, they'll finish the final exam, put their pencil down, and kind of flush all that knowledge that they just picked up for the semester away, make room for something else, and not really take anything with them. And I think that's really unfortunate. And so my focus isn't really as much on the ticky-tacky details. My hope is that you will take a real understanding with you, not just you'll memorize a bunch of random facts about our governmental system and our politics and all that stuff. My goal is to really help you to make you understand how our system works, why it works the way that it does, and I hope that you'll take some stuff with you. 10 years from now, after this course is over, you may not remember how old you have to be in order to run for U.S. representative and some of those little details. But I hope you'll still remember that there are 3 branches of government, that you'll understand a little bit about why that we have that arrangement, how our government came to be, a little bit about our country's history. And I really hope that you'll take some things with you, that you'll become a more engaged citizen, a little more enlightened, that you'll understand the world around you a little bit better, pay attention and participate through voting and other citizen sorts of activities when you get the chance. And I hope that you'll kind of change your outlook a little bit. And so that's my goal, is to give you some things that will not only just be temporary random knowledge that you'll flush away, but hopefully be some stuff that you'll take with you, that you'll actually make you a better person, I guess, dare I say that. So that's kind of my teaching philosophy, my goal as we go through the course. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am a licensed attorney. I also have an MBA, so that's my academic background. I started out in northeast Vernon County. I grew up on a farm there, went to Missouri Southern, went on to law school at the University of Arkansas, passed the bar in Arkansas and Missouri. I practiced law for about 5 years or so, doing plaintiff's work, basically working on motor vehicle accidents, medical malpractice, those sorts of cases representing plaintiffs. Did that for a while, ended up getting into higher education and kind of never looked back. I ended up making a complete career change. I work full-time for Missouri State University, and we have some programs on the Crowder campus that allow you to earn a bachelor's degree while you're there on the Crowder campus without ever going to Springfield. You can earn a Missouri State degree. So I administer those programs. Have an office in McDonald 239. I'm on campus quite a bit. I also teach. I've been fortunate enough to teach for Crowder for a number of years now. I really enjoy that, helping students understand stuff. Seeing the light bulb come on once in a while, that's really enjoyable for me. So I really do enjoy interacting with students. I hope that we'll get to interact through the discussion board, email, and other ways as the course continues on. So I've been doing this higher ed thing for quite a while now. I live in Joplin. On a personal note, I've been married for quite a few years. My wife, Amy, we not only have a house in Joplin, we also have a farm up in Barton County. She's a full-time farmer, which makes me a farm husband. And she was up there farming a lot of the time. I help out as much as I can. So we do grain crops, that kind of thing. So that occupies our time. Also, I help her collect old rocks and minerals that we collect from this local area. Joplin started out as a mining town, so that means that there's lots of interesting rocks and minerals laying around and in our collection all through our house. So we do that. We don't have any kids, have 3 pet birds. Oddly enough, we kind of are suckers for rescue animals and have rescued a couple of birds over the years that came to be feathered members of our family. So we do like to travel when we get the chance. I've been fortunate enough to go to Europe a couple of times, and so we really enjoy that when we're able to do that. That's pretty much it, though. We're pretty boring folks. So that's a little about me. I hope to read a little about you on the discussion board this week. Maybe we'll get to know each other a little bit, hopefully, as we would in a regular class, even though it's online. Maybe we'll get to used to interacting with each other before the class is over. Talking about the way the class is set up, every week I'll put up an announcement to tell you when the new material is ready. Most of the material is actually in assignments. I will put up a week 1 folder for week 1, a week 2 folder with everything in it for week 2, and so forth. There is a discussion board area of the site. Each week we will have 2 different discussion questions for you to respond to. One's a pretty conventional discussion board topic, if you've done those before, something to discuss. I do have guidelines for that in course information along with the syllabus, so I encourage you to look at those. I expect you to fully respond to every part of the question, at least a healthy paragraph for every part of the question, and reply to other students as well. So there are some expectations for that. It's not just flop something on the discussion board and get your points. I do expect you to do a little bit of work for that. The other discussion boards, we'll do one of those every week, and it's called the current events discussion. And I want you to go out and find a reputable news source, not somebody's blog or just somebody's opinion, but a real news outlet, that has published some kind of story on the internet about something that government is doing, something about government or politics. And I don't want just a regular old news story. It has to be involving government or politics. But I want you to go out, find a story, summarize it for us, post a link to it, and then we'll respond to each other's discussions, postings on there as well. And so my goal is to kind of force you, I guess, to pay attention to the world around you a little bit through the course, to go out there, see what government's doing. There's so many aspects of it you may not have even thought about. Certainly there's the federal government in Washington, but there's our state governments, there's local governments, county boards, school boards, all kinds of things that are considered parts of our government. So certainly a lot of things going on for you to go and explore and share with the class. And I hope that you'll maybe even enjoy doing that and sharing your opinions about each other's stories, respectfully, of course, as we go along. There is course information is another section of the course site. That's where you'll find the syllabus and some of the expectations for the discussion board. Staff information tells you how to get a hold of me. I'm certainly available to you if you have any questions or concerns or need a little help understanding some of the material or something like that. So please feel free to get a hold of me, and that tells you how to do that. So that's pretty much how it's lined out. Please go ahead and take a look at the syllabus, take a look at the week 1 materials. If you have any questions, get back with me. But I certainly am looking forward to these 8 weeks we're going to spend together. Welcome to the class. Look forward to getting to know you a little bit, and look forward to interacting with you over the course of the class. So with that, go ahead and take a look around the course site, and I will talk to you later.